The passing of Chyna the wrestler was a shock to the public back in 2016. She was one of the female pioneers of women wrestling, however, while she was alive. Her hard work was not recognized by the industry, and if I may say, the industry's unfair treatment toward her was one of her stepping stones to her tragic end, and this is why. Before her rough life in the wrestling industry, Chyna, who was born Joanie Laurer, was born in 1969. Her rough life started at a very young age when her parents divorced when she was very little. However, having to deal with a broken home was not enough because her father died a few years after leaving her with an alcoholic mother who was also abusive and neglectful towards her and her two siblings. You would think the struggle ends there, but it doesn't. Chyna was always a girl on the bigger side compared to the average girl's stature. She was much taller and had a more masculine look, so this led to her severe bullying during her teenage years. She was even assaulted during college, which was more traumatizing and added a lot of mental weight on her. From having to deal with abuse from home, being bullied and then assaulted, this young girl really built a thick skin and fought her way through it all. Her appearance did not make it any easy for her as a woman. Before bodybuilding, she had dabbled in the arts, which I must say she was pretty good at. She learned to play the cello and violin, and even went to study Spanish literature at college. She joined the Peace Corps, where she taught English in Costa Rica. She also went into singing, belly dancing, and a few more, but all these felt like she was out of place. With a physique like hers, the only thing that made her confident was going to the gym, and that was how her life changed forever. Chyna enrolled into the Wladek Killer Kowalski's professional wrestling school in Malden, Massachusetts. Though surrounded by the male population, she stood out because she loved what she was doing. This caught the attention of Triple H, so he employed her as his bodyguard. A woman bodyguarding a man in the 90s, now that was news. This gave her a lot of attention in the industry, quickly making her a fan favorite. In 1999, Laurer made history as the first woman to qualify for the King of the Ring tournament and the first to enter the Royal Rumble match. She also became the first woman to hold the WWE Intercontinental Championship, a significant achievement that solidified her status as a groundbreaking performer in the sport. She was one of the founding members of the group D-Generation X and was known as the ninth wonder of the world. Things were going pretty well for her, but we all know the curse of being in the limelight. Your business is now everybody's business, and being a woman in those times made it even worse. These days, women are fortunate to be able to join any industry of choice, but back then, it was so bad. People body-shamed and disapproved of her as a woman entering into a masculine space. To think she had escaped that traumatic experience in her childhood. Her aggression and style of wrestling were always a subject for critics to pound on her. They called her manly and unwomanly, but that did not seem to bother her much. She was also romantically involved with Triple H, but, like all other aspects of her life, her romantic life was also trolled. People said she was a gold digger and was using him for fame and money after all the hard work she put in during her early years. I must say, in those days, gender inequality was at its peak, and despite all these rumors, their love was strong until it wasn't. Triple H cheated on Chyna with Stephanie McMahon, the daughter of WWE owner Vince McMahon. Triple H and Stephanie humiliated her and even made jokes about her inability to have a child. This caused some sort of rivalry between Chyna and the McMahon family that eventually led to her being sacked from the WWE. Chyna's life after the WWE was marked by a series of struggles and personal challenges. Despite her groundbreaking achievements in professional wrestling, she faced difficulties in her personal life and career path. In 2001, Chyna parted ways with the WWE, seeking new opportunities outside of professional wrestling. She explored various avenues including acting, modeling, and fitness pursuits. She appeared in several films and television shows including Pacific Blue, Baywatch, and Playboy After Dark. Additionally, she continued her passion for bodybuilding, participating in competitions and promoting fitness products. In 2004, Chyna's life took an unexpected turn when she ventured into the adult film industry. Her decision to participate in adult films sparked controversy and raised questions about her career choices. Some criticized her decision, while others supported her right to make her own choices. She also battled with substance abuse, facing addiction to alcohol and prescription drugs. Her struggles with addiction often played out in the public eye, leading to arrests and legal issues. These struggles impacted her personal relationships and professional endeavors. On April 20, 2016, Chyna was found dead at her home in Redondo Beach, California. It was ruled an accidental overdose of prescription drugs. Her passing shocked the wrestling world, but even in death she was still humiliated by one of her ex-lovers, who posted a non-consensual sex tape of them together. Now this is the time when ghosts come in handy. How I wish her ghost could have come out to give that man a good beating, but I guess karma did the job because he faced legal charges for it. In 2019, the WWE honored her in the WWE Hall of Fame as a member of the D-Generation X, alongside Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and the rest. However, the WWE refused to acknowledge her as a solo performer, despite all her hard work and contribution to the industry. They used the excuse of her history in the adult industry and her strained relationship with the WWE, but we all know that is all the doing of the McMahon family, if I may. Despite the controversies and challenges she faced, Chyna's legacy in professional wrestling remains undeniable. She broke barriers, defied expectations, and inspired a generation of female wrestlers to pursue their dreams in the male-dominated sport. So next time you think of female wrestling, remember Joanie Laurer or Chyna. She is one of the women who made that happen. And before we end today's video, I pose the question, did the WWE do her wrong?